Yes, yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the Manchester United Arsenal podcast, where we talk all things Manchester United, all things Arsenal. On the Arsenal side of things, they drew earlier on today 1-1 at home to Brentford in a pretty uneventful game, to be honest. But of course, it's all eyes on Arsenal's second leg Champions League tie versus Real Madrid on Wednesday as they go there 3-0 up. So I'm sure the vast majority of the questions, I'm sure the vast majority of the conversation will be about that as well. Unfortunately, we have to talk about Manchester United. Why? I don't know. We're also in action in Europe in later on in the week, Thursday, two apiece. After the two apiece, the first leg was in France. So can Manchester United make it to the semi-final of the Europa League? And of course, United traveled to Newcastle as well. Big up to everyone supporting Sarcasm City TV as always. Nothing but love. But make sure, people, whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back after the live, please hit the like button on the video. So important you do that. Hit that like button on the video. Make sure you share this out across all the socials. And That's Me Flawless, at Sarcasm City TV, at Sarcasm City TV, at That's Me Flawless on Twitter and Instagram. Please retweet and like on Twitter. Share from the Instagram. And just as important, make sure you subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV. Hit the notification bell when you do so. Roll to 15K. And a couple of the regulars are here that you lot love on this very show. So we got TJ in the building. We got Don C in the building. What you man saying, man? Everybody good?
Oh, flawless. I'm fantastic. I just woke up from a nap or the Arsenal game, sorry. And yeah, those are one of those games before we kick it over to Don C. Those are one of those
Yeah,
games
go on.
that they used to torture prisoners in Guantanamo.
Damn.
Like they hold people's eyes open like it's Clockwork Orange and make you watch that dross, bro. It was absolutely awful today. We're gonna get into it, I'm sure. I want to talk. I like you said, want to talk more about Real Madrid. But
Yeah.
big up the chat, get the likes up early, and yeah, let's get it going. And a bad result or not a good result, drop points. We've dropped Tony. Where's Tony?
Yeah, I don't know where Tony is. So people, I did reach out to Tony before. Was it Friday? So before the game, didn't hear back from him. Not heard back from him today, but I did send him the link. But shout out to Tony. So I'm not
Big
sure
up
if he's
Tony.
been active today on his channel, but make sure you subscribe to Tony Cloud Gunner TV as well as TJ Warren TV. Don, what are you telling me, man? You good?
Yeah, man, all good, man. Like, we had to suffer 90 minutes of that, but you know what? Yeah, as a wise old idiot said, some people have got bigger fish to fry.
You literally do have bigger fish to fry.
We
It is what
literally
it is.
do.
It
You
is what it is.
literally
But
do.
shout out to Tony. Hope all is well, brother. But like I said last week, win, lose or draw, it is what it is.
Yeah, that's fair.
Facts.
That's fair. So let's see what you lot are saying in the chat. Like I said, get your questions in. I'll start the best questions. And of course, any super chats I will get to as well. But big up Warrior J, big up Certified, big up to Prime in the cut as well. Trolling Original in the cut as well. Chinlu, good to see you in the chat as well. Corey AFC in the chat. Make sure you lot subscribe to Corey as well. What's Arteta saying? We'll actually start here. So this is Arteta on the performance. He says, well, after the equalizer, especially because we play with 10 men a lot, but even with 10 men, I think we tried and we had two quite clear situations to finish the action better. I think we have to be critical with ourselves, especially the way we conceded the goal against Brentford. You know what they have. You have a free kick. The goalie is going to put it in there from it's going to put it there from there, try to get a throw in from there. They try to get a corner. And then once you clear the ball, it's a second ball game. And that second ball game, we can't defend the space close to the taker well enough. And then it's a lottery because they do that really well. And it's our fault. Mr. TJ, I see you shaking your head. Your thoughts on this. There is more quotes, but yeah.
Yeah,
Your thoughts
no,
on them quotes from Arteta.
the amount of quotes this guy has, it's longer than the Riot Act. I feel like we're studying law right now. It's absolutely ridiculous, bro. No, I mean, it is what it is, isn't it? Like we brought in our Real Madrid starters at the end of the game. I think it was Timber who let that chance up. Timber and Saliba who let that chance up that ended up in the goal. Like it's one of those things where these guys' head wasn't in this game. Timber wasn't even expecting to come on, I bet. And he ended up coming on and getting a run out, which is ridiculous considering he went off limping in the Real Madrid game, and we need him in Madrid. So I think, and this is like, let me just get ahead of this now.
Well,
I
cool.
overreact to this result. It is what it is. We substituted half of our starting 11 today to rest midfielders. Now there are some people that rest Odegaard that didn't need to rest.
Yeah.
And if anything, you need to be putting him in. You need to take Declan Rice out and put him in alongside Zinchenko and Jorginho. The only reason why you put Declan Rice in there is because he's going to break the lines, which I was dead wrong about him. I'm not to get too far off topic, but I was dead wrong about his ability to play the 8. He's been playing fantastically in that position. Do I think he's a strong 6? Yes, but in the 8, man, he's really proven me wrong. Either way, going back to the game though, like we looked good in the second half. We looked good in the first half. Owned a lot of the possession in the second half. We just kind of died. Like there was really no momentum for us. It really was the dictionary definition of a dead game. I thought Thomas Partey played well. Anytime he's inverting into the midfield, especially against a mediocre side like Brentford, he's gonna look good. Declan Rice also looked good. But other than that, like the rest of the team really didn't look that good. Trossard looks lost in the 9. He needs to hold bench, and he needs to come on in the left wing position, in the left wing position only. He's a squad player. Whenever he looks deep, and whenever he drops deep, I don't know if anybody noticed this. Whenever he drops deep to receive the ball, he looks like a fish out of water. This guy does not know what to do. It's crazy. I was just kind of like, man, just get this guy off. Obviously, he's playing out of position. He's obviously playing out of position. So why are we trying this experiment? I would have rather seen Trossard on the left and Martinelli in the middle, because Martinelli, he was all right, but like, let's be honest, he kind of regressed today based off of his last 3 matches. So I would like to see Martinelli in the middle and Trossard on the left, but obviously we weren't going to see that. Or just don't play Martinelli at all. We have Raheem Sterling over there. And I'm going to be honest, I didn't care about this, but you have Raheem Sterling over there warming up a bench spot where Martinelli should be parked, because we need Martinelli for Real Madrid. So what are you doing? What are you doing here? So yeah, I mean, the fact that Odegaard didn't play was questionable in my opinion. Actually, you know what? Ethan Winieri had a good game too. So those 3, Partey, Winieri.
Before you carry on, Duncy, you got a fan on or something like that? Oh, it's the mic. Yeah, it's the mic. There was some feedback on the mic. Yeah. That's why I was thinking. Okay. I didn't know if you had a fan on. Sorry. Go on. Carry on. It's all good.
Yeah, no, yeah. I think if anybody needed needed time, yeah, there's some background noise. I don't know what that is. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if anybody needed some time today, it was Odegaard, so he could find some form. And he came on, and he's
back again, fam. Move the mic.
Yeah, it's still there.
Try that. Yeah, it's still there. Yeah. We experimenting, people. It's all good. We're gonna party.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah. No, it's really one of those things where Odegaard needed the time. He didn't find it. And I really don't have too much to say about it.
Yeah, I can tell how disinterested you was in the game.
I literally was, bro. I literally was. We got Tuesday to look forward to. I got shit going on in my personal life. Like, why the fuck would I care about this thing? Why would I care? Like, I told Dal, I'm like, we're gonna do a 30-minute match reaction, because that's all the time that this thing deserves. Okay. Now, I will say the goal that we scored was class. Yeah, counterattack. Absolutely incredible distribution from David Raya, which honestly, he's impressing me with every start. His ball distribution in this game and at Real Madrid was fantastic. Class A, to be honest. And then Declan Rice breaking the lines. Excellent pass to Odegaard. Excellent finish from Thomas Partey. I mean, you can't ask for any better than that. The only thing you could have asked for is the win, which obviously we didn't get. But, at the end of the day, all of our heads are in Spain. Let's be honest. We're over there speaking Spanish. We're waving the flag. Like we're all in Madrid right now, and so are they. So I'm not gonna overreact. I still think we're gonna get through. A lot of Arsenal fans are like, oh no, this is why we could concede. But I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's that dire of a situation. But yeah, I'm gonna kick it over to Don C. You guys are a little behind for me in the video, so I'm gonna quit and rejoin real quick.
No stress. Oh, good, man. Don C, your thoughts, man, on the game, the game and Arteta's comments as well.
Do you know what? Yeah, I can't even remember what he said. Like, I'm just trying to ignore him.
I'll pull up here we go. So he said, this is him. Wait, no, not the substitutions being pre-planned. Give me 1 second. They're the wrong comments. Hold up. I know. Like I say, we just gonna go through this quick and then actually get to the Real Madrid preview. Well, previewing Real Madrid, which is actually what you lot I know want to hear. This is just what he said earlier. Yeah. So after the equalizer, we played a lot with 10 men. Even with 10 men, I think we had 2 quite clear situations to finish the action better. I think we have to be critical with ourselves, especially the way we conceded the goal. Against Brentford, you know what they have. You have a free kick. The goalie is going to put it there. From there, try to get a throw in. From there, they try to get a corner. And then once you clear the ball, it's a second ball game. And then the second ball game, we can't defend the space close to the take-up well enough. And then it's a lottery because they do that really well. It's our fault. So that's just him talking about you lot playing with 10 men and conceding as well when you did.
Yeah, do you know what? Yeah, Arteta's just chatting out of his ass as usual. I don't even know how I could even come back to that. Like, yeah, we had 10 men because you overplayed players, you overran players. They scored because, you know what, it was a lapse of concentration. It is what it is. This is what I'm saying. It's like we're playing players at a position like Partey, so I get it. We've got a paper-thin squad. Yeah, right now we've got a paper-thin squad because that's something that no one's talking about, but they're ready to talk about Real Madrid's injuries, but we'll get to that shortly. Is what I'm saying. Because there's no White, so who is it? Who else is going to play at right back? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I presume Timber. Will be fit. Maybe Timber. I'm presuming Timber will be
for this game.
Oh, this game. First.
Yeah. So I didn't want Partey to play because he played so well, and I think he deserved that rest. Declan Rice, you know that he's gonna want to play every game because he has that captain spirit in him. Yeah, he's that player with a broken leg, he'll limp and wants to play. So I understand why he did play him. Martinelli, yeah, do you know what? Yeah, Martinelli's been playing good in form, so I can see why I played him, but I prefer him not to. Trossard, like TJ said, he looked like a fish out of water because I was in Florida's stream earlier, watch along, and I said the exact same thing. The moment he drops off into midfield, into that 8 role, he looks lost. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, and he's our striker. Yeah, in that point, I've said it so many times. He's a bench guy at best. Yeah, he gives out 1 in 7 good performances when he starts. All right, what's the point? But then, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's either him or Sterling, right? And I want that motherfucker to retire. Yeah. Okay, people, you don't understand. When I was on the live, when who was it? It was Warrior that actually said that Zinchenko's playing, and then I said, "Yo, do me a favor, just put in the starting 11." When I actually saw his name come up here, I was like, "Cool, no, I don't care. I see it now." This is what I'm saying. Let's build up his stock, play him as many games that we can play him, and get rid of this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Get rid of this fucking piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? I can't do it no more. You hear what I'm saying? Second half came along. Odegaard came on. We got worse in the middle. We scored. Raya threw the ball out to Declan Rice. Declan Rice ran up half the field or 3/4 of the field with the ball, gave a beautiful pass. I think that pass is underrated. But guess what? He didn't have no one challenging him. You know what I'm saying? And Partey scored a goal. Yeah, 1-0, happy days. They got a goal back, which was a good goal, actually. Back towards goal, the way he kept the ball down and all the rest of it. We finished off with 10 men. We drew 1-1. Ray is still a wanker. it is what it is, and we move.
Oh yeah, man. Speaking of, hey, you lot can see TJ's t-shirt, man. You already know, man. 16 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? And for those that may not know, I've only got this one, but I run it. But
Can
here
I
we
just
are.
say the two girls below us are looking 16 out of 10s today, both of them.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
It'll never get old. It'll never get old.
Get old. It's been a minute since I've watched that, you know. You know what I'm saying? 16 out of 10 people. You already know. And if you're a Sarcasm City soldier or higher, the 16 out of 10 tees and the Sarcasm City merch is available. All the info's on the membership. But go on, Dunsey, carry on.
Yeah, it's like to be honest, I was expecting this performance. I've been expecting this kind of team for the last 2 games prior to Real Madrid, just because of the injury factor. I do not want our main players going down. Excuse me. I understand that 1 or 2 people have to start. I get that. I really understand that. But there's certain players that I rather put in cotton wool. And today, I'm glad that Arteta, at least for half of it, he did that, because it's like we know what the score is. I will get into that afterwards. Yeah. So for this game, I don't give a shit. Like, I've said it time and time again that Liverpool have won. Yeah. Congratulations to them. Yeah. Commiseration to all the rest. We're second place FC in the league. It is what it is. Yeah. Any Arsenal fan that wants to get angry over this, I don't see why. This is what I'm saying. They're fucking, 10 points ahead of us. They're going to win tomorrow against, who is it, Ipswich?
West Ham.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, and they're going to be 13 points. I'm just trying not to make sure that we don't give them that round of applause. You know what I'm saying? At their ground, Tottenham could do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that's close they're going to get to a league title. So fuck them. Yeah,
that's the closest they're going to get. I love it.
So I don't give a shit. This is what I'm saying. Remember when I said 2 weeks ago, I want to lose every single Premier League game until the end of the season, because whether we finish 2nd or 5th, Champions League football is still just that. There's a battle between, who is it? Nottingham Forest, City, Chelsea, and Newcastle. Yeah,
Villa. Yeah, they're rolling around it. Brighton. Yeah,
and the 5th place. Yeah, and the 5th place. All right, let them man there fight it out. Yeah, we're 2nd. We're good. I'm just there for the vibes. Yeah? I'm just there to laugh at, man. I'm just there to count down the minutes, the seconds that I can say goodbye to that pussy old number 17. Yeah, I'm easy, bro. You hit me. Yeah. I just don't want no more injuries.
Hey, the only one trying to get rid of a number 17, but I hear you. Go on, as you were.
Yeah. Like I said, if you want him, you can take him. Yeah?
Nah, we got our own number 17 problems. I ain't trying to take your number 17 problems.
Yeah, but he could be number 17 plus. You know
nah, we don't need it, but like, no more number 17, man. Nah, you know.
Okay, we can ship him off to Tottenham. Like Tottenham, like the shit in it. It is what it is. Yeah, that's your side bitch. So it's all good, man. But yeah, man, do you know what? Yeah, I'm just happy. Do you know what it is? Like, even if we lost, I would have still came up here with the same energy, just because I don't give a shit about Brentford. I don't give a shit about this game. Yeah, it means nothing. Right. Nothing.
First, and shout out to Cam for the super chat. Says, bend it like Deckers, taking Beckham's shade. Yeah, sure. Told you he was worth every penny. He put every in capital letters. You man was saying only 40. Nah, man, it's about 60. But hey, props to Declan Rice, because them 2 free kicks was quality against Madrid. And the goal he set up today was very, very good. But yeah, I still stand on it in regards to me and Troops are going to have that back and forth till the end of time, people. That is something we are going to argue about and debate, probably for as long as we are in conversation and having discussion. We are going to discuss that. As long as he's at Arsenal, I say for the rest of his Arsenal career, which is probably going to be a long time. But big up Cam for the super chat as well. Big up to Rizzy. I see you in the chat, man. Shouts to everyone in the chat. Ravi as well. Big up everyone in the cut. So yeah, TJ, we'll go to you because you mentioned this actually after the game against Real Madrid on the night. You mentioned it already again about Arsenal fans being worried, concerned. You're not, I'm guessing not solely, but more so based off your defensive prowess is why you're like, I'm super confident. Talk about it. Floor's yours.
Guys, look, I looked up the odds today. plus 500 for Real Madrid to go through. You know, the odds are ridiculous. And I know people aren't big gamblers here, and that's fine, but I like checking those odds because I like to hear what other people are doing or thinking. The experts think it's going to be next to impossible. 1 in 500 chance that this happens. It's not going to happen. Arsenal have conceded more than 3 goals 3 times in the last 3 years. Real Madrid looked dead under Ancelotti. Half the Madridistas, or whatever the fuck you want to call them, want him out. They want him out. In the stream, Dave, I thought he was going to have a fucking heart attack outside of the Emirates. Did you see that video? This guy looked like he was about to blow a gasket. Like, these people, like deluded Madrid fans that think you're going to go through, that's fine. I understand, and I respect the Bernabeu. I do. I know it is the cathedral of football in Europe. I get it, but we have the best defense in the Premier League. We have the most solid and pragmatic tactics.
Yeah.
Even though I don't agree with them a lot because they're never going to win us a league, but they can win us a tournament because we are just going to shut them down. We're going to play 2 6s. We're going to play behind them, and if we need to, we can counter them on the break. And we saw the back line for Real Madrid is not good. Sorry, David Alaba got cooked. Like that other guy that was playing next to him got cooked. It's one of those things where I understand the result, the frustration with the result today. I completely understand it, but you just have to look at what Real Madrid brought and their fixture and their league fixtures that they've been dropping. I mean, they've lost 9-2 on aggregate to Barcelona this season. Their biggest rivals. 9-2. If anybody's going to scare me from Spain, it's going to be Barcelona. Barcelona are world beaters right now. Gunman all over the place. Like, so it's one of those things where, look, if we were down, like say we had lost Saliba, say we had lost Timber, and we were down, we were playing youth players, we got Josh Nichols playing right back and some other youth playing center back, I would be a little bit worried, but we still have Saliba, we still have Timber, we still have Miles Lewis-Skelly, we still have Declan Rice and Thomas Partey playing in the 8 and the 6. Like, it's not anything we need to be concerned about. Now, I just don't see it happening, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. I think the last time we conceded 3 goals was against Luton Town last season, and that was a fluke. That was a horrible game.
Was that the game where Rice scored late?
Yes, Rice 96th minute. Yeah,
Rice scored late that game. Yeah.
Bro, this is what I'm telling you. And people, correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, but that is the last time I remember us conceding more than 3 or 3 in general. And we've conceded 2 less than half of our games this season. Like, come on, guys. Let's look at the past and understand that we are serious about winning this. You saw, if you can take anything positive out of today's match, is that he's resting the people that need to be rested. Yeah. Like, I understood the lineup from Arteta today. There are certain people that I wouldn't have played. I probably wouldn't have played. Like I said, I wouldn't have played Martinelli. I wouldn't have played Partey if White was fit, but White wasn't fit. But you have to be encouraged because everybody that started for Real Madrid in the first leg is going to start when we go there. So yeah, I'm not worried about it. And who was it? Did you see anybody pick up a knock today?
Thomas Partey. I know Thomas Partey went off, but he said that was precautionary.
He looked okay. He looks okay. He walked off fine. He just looked like he was limping just a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think it's anything. Yeah, but I don't think it's anything serious. Like, we would hear if there was anything serious that would keep him out of the lineup. But and guys, look, I'm normally the negative one, okay? I am the guy out here being called American League gunner. You're never happy. Ryan's in here dropping into my DMs like he's some lovelorn fucking pony out here saying, oh, TJ, you're always so negative. You're gonna win the league. Trust. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? So if it's me saying this, guys, then I'm sorry. We really don't have anything to worry about. And I will gladly eat my words if I'm wrong. Gladly.
Yes.
I'll, no matter what,
Of
I'll
course.
be here.
Yes,
So,
because you're
it's all
gonna win
good.
the you will be running if you lot win the Champions League celebration stream. I will not be here. TJ, I will let you log
I
in
will-
and you lot can run it. Like you don't see Rizzy's in the chat. All the Arsenal fans who are regulars here, and obviously Tony will be here, and Ozzy and everyone, Cam and everyone else. If you lot win it, that's you lot. Yeah, I'm not involved. I leave that to you lot still. You know what I'm saying? I won't be. I'll be in the chat. Make sure that's it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's
No,
just
fuck that. You'll be on screen. Fuck that. You're on screen. All the
Why do you want me? You want me rated on your parade?
We want you to suffer.
Oh
no.
Champions of Europe. Fuck you, mate. Yeah, you're being on screen. You ain't getting out of this room, boy. Fuck that.
You really want me spoiling the
You
pie?
ain't spoiling. You're adding to the zest. You know what I'm saying?
I'll be there. Fuck it. I'll be there.
Bro, if we win the champs, I'm coming out to London.
Yeah,
that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, link
I'm
up.
coming out.
I'm not going for the parade, but I'll pull up for that. But all right, if you lot are saying if you lot somehow win the Champions League, I'll make sure I'm on stream for the celebration stream. Give you lot your flowers that is thoroughly deserved, as much as it would pain me. And big up to Eddie who says Samba Ganacho and Beget Hoyland will answer for their crimes. Shout out my dogs, hit the likes, people. I hear you, Eddie, man. Like I said, that's why I posted the clip from Snowfall from anyone that's seen it when Franklin goes to see his mum near the end. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, you ended my fucking life. That's why I Real Madrid. You know what I'm saying? It's on my Instagram now. You know what I'm saying? You did this to me. You ended my fucking life. Can't believe these lot, man. Had one job, Madrid. You even have to lose 3, just lose 2. It was like, all right, we're going to get back into it. But yeah, it's highly unlikely. But Cam makes an interesting point. I thought this. Many other people have thought this. We're going to get your thoughts on this, TJ, before we go to Dunsey as well. Because he says, I've already bet on it. I see some BS happening with the refs on Wednesday. I can't lie. And I know it's a very cliche thing to say, but I can see some mad BS. I'm about to be a rich man of £5 laughing emojis. Firstly, make sure you gamble responsibly, people. Only if you're over the legal age. Are you concerned about that? Because what I'm saying is, I think you also go through, unfortunately. But I can definitely see a Real Madrid penalty. I can see them doing some BS. 110%. Does that concern you?
I could see it, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. Okay. Like, look, I guys, I don't believe in Santa Claus. I'm a pretty down to earth guy. I don't like. The only miracle I know of happened in hockey like 45 years ago when we beat the Russians, and with college kids, like the miracles like that do not happen very often. And I think it would take a miracle. The miracle in Madrid is what they would call it, for them to come back and beat us 4-3. Now, do I think that there will be a dicey call or two? Yes, of course. Of course, it's the second leg of a Champions League match. Quarterfinal between two of the biggest teams in Europe. Of course. Of course they are. But there will be some stupidness, and I bet you it involves Miles Lewis Skelly. Just because I feel like they're targeting that kid. Is it a color thing? Yes, it is.
Yeah,
yes, it is. Is it a color thing? Yes, it is. Oh, I'm asking you. No, hilarious clip. No, but I'm not. Look, Cam. I'll join you, and gamble responsibly. Like I said, I'll join you. I'll put $10 on Madrid. Okay. That way, I'll wipe my tears with my $50 that I win. Okay, I'll wipe my tears. Okay, that is how confident I know it's not going to happen. That's how confident I am.
Nah, Fez. What you saying, Don? Talk to us, man. Are you concerned about it? Because like I said, even though I think you go through, I can see a dodgy penalty for them. I can see it's written or a red card that shouldn't be a red card or something like that. Just because it's Real Madrid and we know what they're like. But yeah, and not even them referees, I should say. But yeah, your thoughts on that and in the game overall.
You see, 2 or 3 weeks ago against Madrid, Madrid played Madrid. All of us Arsenal fans were scared of that Madrid. Which one was going to play? We didn't know which Madrid was going to play. Yeah? But guess what happened? We got Real Madrid. And we beat them 3-0. And guess what? When we beat Madrid 3-0, yeah, I saw a lot of referee decisions go Madrid way, yeah, in the first leg. That's a few that not a lot of people have actually been talking about. They done, let's say, 4-1 challenges of ours, and then the second challenge that we got a yellow card from it. Yeah. Right? We know that referees hate Arsenal. Yeah, even though Arsenal, we're not allowed to talk about referees. Yeah, but
No,
then
we're not. We're not allowed to talk about it. How
But
dare
then,
you?
but then, when an incident happens, yeah, right, it is what it is. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the second leg, guess what? I don't give a flying fuck. Yeah. I really don't, bro. Yeah. Like, do you know what? Yeah. You know me. I'm not really confident when it comes to a lot of things. Yeah. I either say we're gonna win or we're gonna lose. Yeah. Or Arteta's gonna fuck us up somehow. I don't even, bro. From the moment like we had a set piece, yeah, in Declan Rice, he said, "Fuck you and your and your back post crosses. I'm going for goal." Yeah.
Right.
This is what I want to see on Wednesday. I want Arteta to give them their little speech and yeah, you can do it and all of the rest of that bullshit. And I want them man to say, okay, boss, and do what the fuck you got to do to get us through this round. No matter what's going to happen, it's going to happen. Yeah. If like we all know that Real Madrid, yeah, with all of the conspiracy theories and all of that, yeah, there's going to be a red card here, a yellow card here, or whatever. I don't give a shit. We're 3-0 up. There is no excuses. Yeah, not one fucking excuse. Yeah, I don't want to come back here Wednesday evening and say, do you know what? Yeah, what the fuck did I see? Did we see a Real Madrid masterclass or did Arsenal capitulate? Because guess what? Yeah, guess what, peoples? None of you out there, yeah, said that Arsenal was even going to be in this position.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? None of you. Even Tony that said we've got a fighting chance here, but still said we're going to lose. You know what I'm saying? I actually go back and rewatch shit. Right?
Talk about.
So all these people, yeah, now wants to jump on a bandwagon because I said we're going to lose 2-1. But guess what? I held my hand up because guess what? I did not see this coming. Yeah. I knew we had these kind of performances because I watched Arsenal week in, week fucking out. But I never knew that we could make Real Madrid look so bad. The heritage. That's what this game was called. Pray for Madrid. Yeah. Pray to Madrid. All of that hashtag bullshit. Yeah. So come Wednesday, I don't give a fuck what happens. I don't give a fuck if they have a penalty. We're 3-0 up. Yeah. They're going to come at us with every single thing plus their mama's kitchen sink. Yeah. They're going to come up. They're going to come. Mbappe's going to try to do Mbappe things. Vinny's going to do what Vinny thinks is. But you know when they do that, yeah, guess what's going to happen? They're going to leave a massive gap in midfield like they did. They don't have Camavinga. Yeah. They don't have him. They don't have
Tchouameni will be back.
Tchouameni will be back,
yeah?
but
Tchouameni, he's just coming back. He hasn't played a few games. He's going to be rusty. Yeah. If we focus on our game and we play to the same kind of intensity as we did in the first match, I cannot see us going out. It's PSG, here we come. Sorry, Aston Villa, PSG is going to kick your ass in the second leg. It is what it is. Yeah. I don't see us going out, bro. I can see a decision happening, yeah, for them. But guess what? The first game probably scared Ancelotti. Seeing Saka running down the right wing, having Bellingham on toes, spinning Bellingham. Yeah, Bellingham. All Bellingham could do was push him in the back. Alba, he could have been fuck all. You get me? Martinelli on the other side had the best game of his fucking career. I can't believe I'm even saying this. Yeah. Even they're going to be scared of the beast because now they know that he can slot a ball in like fucking Van Persie. You know what I'm saying? Because as much as we can say that we need to watch out for Madrid, I think on Tuesday we made a statement to Madrid of who the fuck we are, right? And people need to start talking about that, about Madrid wasn't playing their best football. Like all I've heard all season is Madrid hasn't been playing their best football. So now when Arsenal comes along and literally because we destroyed them, yeah,
yes,
in every single part, first ball, second ball, tackles, first to the first and second balls, yeah, corners, shots on target, yeah, and what was it? Created chances, yeah. We beat them everywhere on the field. Right? Cool. We're not at home. But who gives a shit? You know what I'm saying? They have to come to us. As long as we do not play a defensive role, there's nothing we can do. And guess what? They're not going to play with, like they're going to push 5 people forward because of Martinelli. Let's not do this. You know what I'm saying? And like I said,
You can't get them on the break. I do agree with that. Like
and the thing is, most of the people that's been that because we heard it from a Real Madrid person. Most of the Real Madrid people, that's been saying this. They said Real Madrid haven't been playing well all season. They've been playing exactly like this all season.
I've watched them this times. They've had the odd good game for the most part. In particular, 2024, they haven't played well. Even the Valencia game they lost before they played you. They did not.
You know what I'm
well.
saying? And TJ hit the nail on the head. Yeah, he fucking hit the nail on the head. We shouldn't be scared of them. Yeah, we shouldn't be, because like the greatest respect we showed them was actually playing them toe to toe. If we didn't show them no respect, we wouldn't be playing defensive and attack as we did. Right?
Yeah.
We would have left so much gaps, because we know that Mbappe, Vinicius, and Rodrigo with Bellingham, we know what they're capable of. So do you know what we did? We made sure we put man for man on them, Because tell me, where was Rodrigo in that game? Where was Vinny in that game?
They did nothing.
And just remember, we had a fucking 18-year-old kid defending him. We had Timber defending him. Yeah, our weakest player in that position was Kiwior, and he had 2 mistakes in the first 2 minutes. That was it, because no one put no pressure on him. The best way to defend sometimes is to attack, and we're great at keeping the ball. That's all we need to do. Keep the ball, keep it moving, make them play our tempo. Let us dictate the pace of how we're going to move forward. Yeah, because we will score. Yeah, I don't care. Like they need 4 goals. Yeah, we just need 1. That's all.
So you reckon if you get 1, even though you think it's over, like that kills it even more? Then so say they go 2-0 up, and then you go and get 1. Is that tie over? Let's say they score 2 inside half an hour, and then you lot in the start of the second half, 46, 47th minute, go get 1. Is that it done for you?
Okay, if let's say like 60 minutes has gone and it's 2-1, I see us going through.
Okay,
I really do see us going through, because that's when we'll slow the game down a hell of a lot. And there's one player that knows how to do that in our team better than anyone else, and that's Odegaard. Yeah, because his natural play is to slow things down. This is why a lot of people say that he's an 8 and not a 10. Right? He's an 8 and not a 10. If you look at the first game, in Odegaard did that a lot. Whenever they was attacking a bit too much, when he got the ball, he slowed it down a hell of a lot. He didn't have a good game, but like I had to rewatch it to actually see what he actually did, because I thought he went missing, but he actually didn't. You know what I'm saying? As long as we do that, and make them play to our game, because all they're gonna do, right? 2 touches down to the wings or to Mbappe. Yeah, that's all they've got. Yeah, they haven't got tactics. That's literally all they have, because they got pace merchants. Yes, they got gunman. Yeah, but guess what? If you wear a bulletproof vest, what the fuck is a gun gonna do? You get me? It's as simple as that, bro.
But shoot, what did Thor tell? What did Thanos tell Thor? You gotta aim for the head. That's what it is.
You gotta aim for the head.
Yeah, they gotta throw everything at us, and I'm gonna piggyback off of Don C just real quick. They have to throw everything at us, and you saw us on the counter today. We are more than capable of doing that against Real Madrid. This Real Madrid team has been unbalanced all season. They lost at home to and big up Suffer in the chat. They struggled against Sociedad, Leganes, and Valencia. Hurt them away from home on the count at home on the counters.
They did.
They lost to Barcelona back in October, 4-0 at home.
Barcelona
4-0 at home. I watched that game. I think I watched it with you, actually.
Yeah, I think we was all, because I think there was a load of us on the playback watching that.
Yeah. And it was just an absolute masterclass in how to take this Real Madrid team apart. And look, they're only in this tie still because of Courtois. That's the only reason they're still in it. Rudiger and Alaba were on absolute toast. Okay, Mbappe looks lost out there in this team. The only time he got close is when he hit the side netting. Other than that, I don't remember a time when Mbappe touched the ball.
Yeah, it was the one that he should have done better. The one that he killed straight at rail. That was it. That was legit the only thing I remember of note like that. Well, go on,
Yeah,
carry on.
exactly. No, exactly. And Rodrigo, he was barely even in the match. So I'm just saying, like, look, these players are not going to repeat what happened last week. I know that. You have a world-class midfielder in Valverde that completely disappeared in that match. He will come out and he will perform. I've seen Valverde play live. He is a baller. He is a baller.
Yeah, he's quality. He's quality.
So you know these players, these world-class players are gonna pop up, but it's just not gonna be enough. I'm sorry. You look at them under Ancelotti this season, and they've been mediocre. They've been well below the standards of a Real Madrid team. It's time for us to put them to the sword. Period.
Fair. That's fair.
I agree.
Fair.
There's no excuse. For me, it's just like TJ. There's no fucking excuses. All right. They can say they can have whoever back. Oh, they can say but Madrid is a different animal at home. Yeah.
Which they are. That is true.
Like that's like every team. Yeah. But then they've been beaten at home, right?
Facts. They have been beaten at home. That is correct.
And this is okay, sarcasm citizens, yeah. You know me. I rant a lot. This is what I'm saying.
Yes,
I
do.
hate my team at the best of times. You get me? I'm not as positive as certain man them, yeah? Because I've been through like when put it this way. When Arsenal was in those glory days, yeah, I had Kane roll. Yeah.
I said he had Kane roll, but I'd had
a long time, my brother. That was a long time ago, my brother.
What are you saying, Cam? You good, yeah?
What are you telling me?
All blessed, man. All blessed. Go
It's
on,
been a minute.
Before we get Cam comes first, carry on. Say what you're saying, Don.
Yeah. So all I'm saying is that I don't give a shit like whose house we're in on Wednesday. It's Real Madrid's house. Then do you know what? Yeah, let's do it one more time. Let's make a statement. Yeah, let's go on and hopefully, finally, after how many fucking years, win our first Champions League. If we do that, oh my days, I'll even write fucking Arteta an apology letter. You know what I'm saying?
And it's only right. And that's why I rate you, man, is the fact that if he does do that, you man want to be wrong about Arteta. That's what people don't get. Like, as much as when people say, oh, Don C or Cam or TJ want Arsenal to do bad, or people will say that to Gunner or Northside. Nonsense. No fan wants their team to do bad. They just happen to might not rate the manager. And so far, you man have been 110% spot on. I know you man want to win this Champions League. You don't want to go out to then be like, oh, we was right about Arteta. You might want Arsenal to be successful. Same way I want Manchester United to be successful, and fans of all clubs. That is the most nonsense thing ever when people say that. It's such a stupid argument. Or you want the team to do bad to be right. No, I want the team to be successful. It's the whole point of being a fan. What are we doing? That is
it depends, right. Because if you're a Tottenham fan, you're just happy just being a part of the dance, isn't it?
You know about that, why? It's just so unnecessary, man. Hey. Like we said before, second most successful team in London and Europe, sixth most successful team in the country in Europe, man. Respect Spurs. What are we talking about?
All I'm saying is, if we win the Champions League, bruv,
respect who?
Respect Spurs, man, and what they've done in Europe, man. Put London on the map. They're second.
Hey, Flawless, was you alive? Hey, listen, can I just ask you a question? Flawless, they won their first league, the last league.
Nah, not league. I said Europe. The Europe was. When's the last? When did they win Europe? I think it was 80s. So slightly before.
Did you? Yeah, but was you alive?
No.
Was you alive?
No. Sorry.
They won the FA Cup in 91.
Hey, Flawless, we all know you're like 45 now, so it's like it's peak, bro. Like it's mad.
I was 45. That means I'd be alive in the 80s then. So yeah, I was alive. Cool. I can run it. Yeah, I was alive when they won in it.
You're gonna run it. Yeah, I'll run that.
They won one in the 80s, one in the 70s, I think.
Nah, that's all right. We all know Portugal was gonna back inside, bitch, innit? No matter what.
I'm just stating the facts, They help in London, man. You know what I'm saying? In Europe, because it's all north when it comes to
Mate,
Europe.
No one asks you.
It's Liverpool, it's Manchester United, it's
Villa. Don C, all you gotta know is they wear white. Okay, that's all you gotta know.
Let me ask you a question. You live in London,
That's why Flawless loves them so much.
All right. Did you notice notice on Wednesday, how London for the first time in a very long time seemed calm and everyone just seemed happy in London?
Bro, let's just say I live 7 minutes away from the stadium, yeah?
But did you notice? I was walking about in London, yeah, like not London Central, but I was walking about, my ends and all of that, yeah, and I just noticed everyone was happy that day. I was like, man, no one can tell me London ain't red, bro.
We all know London's red, innit? Like, you know what I'm saying? The Lily Whites are what Flawless like.
Furthermore, Flawless was there, 2-3 years ago? You was there at Carnival, fam. When, but you know when Arsenal released the Jamaican training kit?
Yeah.
Like literally the weekend of Carnival, fam.
They were so smart.
Yeah, but Flawless, you was there, bruv. Just see of either the black Arsenal kit or the Jamaican training kit. That's all you saw, bruv.
Yeah.
It was everywhere.
London literally is
even Tox even said it. He's like, yo, bro, I can't even lie, fam. I think the streets actually do belong to Arsenal, fam.
Nah, it was, they were so clever with that because we legit over that 2-day period seen that kit everywhere that weekend. Everywhere. I was like, hey, Faz is smart. But come over to you because we've not spoke in a strong minute. Obviously, I know some of your thoughts, but we've not actually spoke in depth about it. So you was talking in the chat, go into Real Madrid 3-0 up. Tie over from you. Are you concerned about going to the
do you know what it is, yeah? On any other day, any other team, barring maybe Barcelona, yeah, I would say tie down, there's no coming back.
It's a wrap.
But I've seen bullshit when it comes to these two teams with bullshit decisions that make them come back from fucking big score lines to make it seem like they've done the biggest things in the world. Barcelona, PSG's won. But Real Madrid's been in a few of them at the Bernabeu in the second leg as well. Like, I'm telling you, fam, I will not be shocked. I've already said it. I called it, yeah. As soon as the full-time whistle blew, I was gassed. 2 minutes later, I said, okay, stay humble because some bullshit's going to happen next weekend. Next Wednesday, sorry. Because I just feel like, listen, it's not even that, but people say, like, obviously I heard Don C and all that saying, I see 1-2 calls, bro. I don't even just see 1-2 calls. I see the biggest fuckeries. I hope I'm wrong, by the way.
So you think it's multiple then? So you thinking it's like the refs?
I just feel like it's gonna be the biggest fuckeries on us, and it's gonna get to the point where these men are gonna be like 2-0 up if it gets to that point, and Kiwa is gonna fucking fumble, bro. I swear to God, he's gonna panic. He's gonna let in a goal, and then if that third goal goes in, it's just gonna all go to shit. That's what I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but if that happens, I will not be fucking shocked because I've seen it before when it comes to Real Madrid and fucking Barcelona. Do you know what I mean? Year in, year out, it happens with one of them. In especially when it comes to the quarters or semis, fam, it will happen to one of them where everyone's shocked that, oh my God, how is Barcelona losing? What was it, 6-1 or whatever it was, 6-5-0 or whatever it was to PSG?
I think they lost 4. Was it 4-0 or 5-1?
That's what I'm saying. They lost some match, and then everyone's like, they ain't go. They never. They're done. And then the next week, bruv, that thing happened, and I'm like, yeah, that's some bullshit, fam. That's some bullshit, fam. Let's not just like, I know Barca back then was Barca as well. Don't get me wrong, but like, come on, fam. Like, let's be real, fam. Like, they're not doing that on a La Liga weekend. Let's be real, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Like, so that's what I'm saying, bruv. I just see some big bullshit happening, especially after what Ancelotti says. Oh, we got a big surprise for them next week, and we're gonna do everything possible to get them nervous and rah. And then the reports coming out of the fans are gonna try and block the bus and do worse than what we done to them this week, and they're gonna close the stadium on the roof to make the atmosphere even more this and that, bruv. It's just the stars are aligning for some bullshit to happen. Put it that way.
I said the stars are aligning for the. Hey, word to Tony, man. Maybe the stars are aligning for some. But
like I said, I don't want to be that guy, yeah. And I hope I'm fucking wrong. And I hope Don C's completely right. And we go out there, and if they do win, it's only a 1-0 thing or a 2-1 thing. Like, do you know what I mean? Or it's a draw, or we shithouse a 1 or 2-1, 1-0 or 2-1 away a win. I hope that happens. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, of course.
But knowing it's Real Madrid at the Bernabeu, second leg, how these man always seem to manage to get a second leg at the Bernabeu when it comes to this shit. I don't understand, fam. It's like every year they get a second leg at the Bernabeu.
Yeah,
Every fucking year, bruv.
The last time the second leg wasn't there when City won I think it was the City treble year. I think that was the last time the second leg they played it.
I was seeing some stats, bro. I was seeing maybe the stats are from like over the past like 10 years or so, but
I get what you're saying.
But I saw it like 5-6 times. I'm like, what the fuck?
You're right. Because the last time I remember,
how they got the second leg so many fucking times, bro?
It was to Javari, yeah. The second leg when City won the treble, it was they battered them at their place in the semi-final. I think it was 1-1 at the Bernabeu when De Bruyne scored from distance. I can't remember who scored for Madrid, and then they packed them up at the Etihad. Like I think was it 4-0, something like that.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying, son. So, like I said, man, like I hope I'm wrong. I hope I am fucking wrong. I put a $5 on it just to I don't mind fucking losing a $5. It's a fucking $5. You know what I mean, bruv? But if I'm right, then boy, I'll be like my man said, TJ. I'll be wiping my tears, but I won't be crying because I've given up on football. To be honest, I'll be wiping my fake tears with the banknotes that I'll be cashing out after, bruv.
Sack him in the tunnel if we lose, by the way. Okay, sack him in the tunnel.
I'll be honest with you, yeah. I don't even see it being a capitulation from the Arsenal team like that. I see it being, if it does happen, I see it being a capitulation mainly down. And this is coming from me. And if you know me, you know how I am with refs. I do not blame the refs. But I see it coming down mainly because of some bullshit ref decisions.
Okay, so Cam, let me ask you, even if the refs are on side, and let's say they're heavily favoring Madrid or just favoring Madrid, if you lot go out, what's your thoughts on that? Outside of the ref, are you looking at Arteta and the team and going, "Hey, he should even"?
Well, there's no listen. Everyone knows where I'm with Arteta, bro. This guy from above, he's in my picture right now wearing a Nando's fucking shirt, bro. Do you know what I mean, fam? Everyone knows where I'm at with him, bro. But at the end of the day, we can say sack him. We all know he ain't getting sacked, bro. This is the problem. Like, we all know, like, unless we have a mass protest, which ain't gonna happen, we all know he ain't gonna get fucking sacked, bro. The only way he's gonna get sacked now is if he drops out of top 4. That I called it. I fucking called it from last year. He is a Wenger 2.0, fam. As long as he gets top 4, these men are fucking happy. They don't care about where we get to in any fucking league position. As long as it's in the top 4, they don't care about any FA Cup or Carling Cup or Carabao Cup, and they don't give a fuck about the Champions League itself. As long as we get into the last 16, as long as we're making them money, yeah, on a profit, they don't give a flying toss. So this guy will be here for many trophyless seasons as long as he finishes top 4, bro. That's the truth.
All right, TJ.
This is the concrete, bro.
Oh, sorry. TJ, as you were saying, you mentioned that if you go out, sack him in the tunnel. Is that what you're saying? Without question, go out.
No.
Sack him in the tunnel. I agree with you, but sorry.
Don't even let him off the field. I want Josh Kroenke intercepting him on the pitch and saying, "You are done. You are done. Here's your P9. What do they call it?
P45.
What do they call it? Yeah, P45. Out. Yeah. Here's your P45. See you later. I'll book the charter back to. You know what? You don't even have to go that far. You can just go to Catalonia or go to where is he? Where is he from? The Basque region? Yeah. Just go home. Go home to wherever you came from. You do not need to get on the team plane on the way back. We will mail your office shit to you.
Of course.
We will
go back to the family home.
Don't even bother. Basque. There you go. Thank you. Yeah.
Go back to the family areas, bro.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, this is how confident. I don't think it's going to happen. But here's the thing: everybody that really wanted him out and they were using the Champions League as the main reason why, and I was too, and I am still, to be honest, because. I'm more confident. Obviously, I'm more confident than I was a week ago that we're going to win the Champions League. We have a solid shot, but the people there, the Arteta inners are now going to hang on to this, and I'm still of the the only way that I want him in next season is if we win it, the whole thing. I don't care if you drop it in the final. I want you gone. Because you didn't take me, and the way he handled the league this season is sackable on its own with the caliber of players that we have. And I'm not even bringing up 22, 23, 23, 24. I'm not bringing those seasons up. This season on its own, we had a solid chance to win the league with the talent that we have, and we did nothing. We did nothing.
We should. If we're being real, TJ, we should have won the last 3 fucking Premier Leagues. We should have been. We should have been right now. Yeah, we should have been on the fucking.
It's the Cam. And I was talking to Dal about this too, so I'm really glad it got brought up. It's the moments, it's the decisions that he makes that I have not forgotten about. One magical night at the Emirates on a Tuesday is not going to change 5 years of failure. It's not going to change that.
Do you know what that reminds me of? Yeah, that reminds me of when Rivals was getting onto us about us being hating on Van Persie. It wasn't the fact that he went to Man United. That's not what it was. What it was the fact that we gave him like 8 years of loyalty when he went through fucking injury after injury after fucking injury, and he only gave us 2 real good fucking seasons back. Well, 1.5, because he was injured for half of it. That's what pissed us off. But then obviously when it came out a bit later that Wenger was being stingy with the contracts or whatever he was trying to do to gaslight the situation, then it is what it is. I don't know. I'm not saying he's lying, but I'm not saying he's completely telling the truth. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is. We just got to go on his hearsay. Do you know what I mean? But I'm not going to say he's not lying, because I know Wenger had a big thing for over 30-year-olds and contracts. I know he had a big thing just giving them year extensions, basically, not like 2 or 3 years.
You see, Cam, we've been gaslighted for so many years. That's the funny thing. Like, as an Arsenal fan, we could say we've been gaslighted from the Wenger days for so many years to say top 4 is the trophy.
Bro, why do you think I was Wenger out from 2006, bro? As soon as we lost that Champions League final, I wanted that guy gone, bro. Because people, like I said, people seem to forget that season itself in the Premier League, bro. That season, we were fucking lucky. If it weren't for someone poisoning Spurs players, we wouldn't even made top 4 that year, bruv. Because let's be real, Spurs would have gone on and beaten West Ham. Yeah. Do you know what I mean, bruv? Like, that's what people forget. That season, we had one of the most shocking seasons I've seen under Wenger, and we were fucking lucky to even make top 4 that year. But what happened that season? We got knocked out of the FA Cup early. We got knocked out of the Carling Cup. But I think that was even before he changed to Carabao Cup. We got knocked out of the Carling Cup early. We literally just about by the skin of our teeth finished 4th. And we got to... The only thing that made everyone forget about it is because we got to our first Champions League final.
Yeah. Okay, let's not talk about that. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Talk about that.
Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, so I'm bringing PTS up. Sorry.
Almost 20 years late. Sorry, go on, Don. So you're going to say before I get to my question?
Yeah, what I was going to say was, as an Arsenal fan, I do not want to see Arsenal make an excuse or give the referee a reason. If you don't give them a reason, guess what? Yeah, there can't be no controversial decisions. It's as simple as that. Yeah, make them, if there's going to be something stupid's going to happen, make it clear to see for the rest of the world. You know what I'm saying? Not us Arsenal deluded fans with our glasses on, that always complaining that refs don't like us and all the rest of that bullshit. If you give the ref a decision, they're going to go to the extreme? Probably will, but don't give them. Skelly, stay on your feet, Saliba, watch your man. Declan Rice, no elbowing. Partey, just do what you've been doing all season. You know what I'm saying? That's all I ask for. Timber, like he's probably our most safest player. Timber, always giving you a 7 out of 10 every week, no matter what. Just play your game. Don't get involved in little disputes. If they're gonna surround the ref, let them do it. If we need to talk to the ref, let Odegaard do it, even though he doesn't even say shit.
What they're gonna try and do is they're gonna try and get us from like early. They're going to try and bring out the emotion in us. So it's not us playing for the game tactics anymore. It's us playing in our own heads with emotion. So they're going to want us to do that. So they're going to want the players to then give the ref them sort of decisions to make. So I agree with what you're saying. Like, just don't go into that trap, because that's what they're going to end up trying to do from like minute 1.
Yeah, they're going to try and rile up the crowd straight away and get on the referee's case and give the referees decisions to make, even if it's not that difficult of a decision. Try sway him to favor them as, make decisions to favor them, and of course that has to be there. That's surely what they have to do. Being 3-0 down, you gotta get at Arsenal as quickly. But Don C, we'll go to you. Mentioned it earlier about winning the Champions League. It's looking like it's going to be PSG in the semi-final. So let's say it is PSG. Are you confident going into that tie? Not confident. I'm going to double check to see where the second leg would actually be. But yeah, thoughts.
To be honest, I don't give a fuck who we playing in the second leg. Like, it's definitely going to be PSG. I guarantee. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about PSG. It's not the fact that
probably
we
going to be
beat.
PSG. So we'll talk about
Yeah,
it. Go on.
you know, it's not the fact that we beat them earlier this season, even though some other teams couldn't. Liverpool, fuck you. Yeah. I see it as over
Second
2
leg
legs.
would be at that. By the way, the second leg would be at their place.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest. I think we can beat them.
You know,
Like, honestly, I always said to myself, if we could beat Real Madrid, then PSG would be a lot easier. Even though PSG is a better team, yeah, a better team structurally, yeah. I cannot see another team beating us. I can see individual moments beating us, yeah, or us destroying ourselves, right? Because structurally, if you see Arsenal structurally, you rarely see a team break us down. Name me a team that's broken us down. Yeah, I'll tell you one. Newcastle. Yeah. Tell me another. You're not going to. Yeah. The other team that's even beat us, right, is it's because of our stupidity. Right?
I got our own demise, or like you said, a bit of individual brilliance.
Yeah, and that's what it is. If we can nullify those things, yeah, and this is why Wednesday is going to be a massive test because we're going to the Bernabeu, yeah. That's literally like that's the stadiums of all stadiums when it comes to the Champions League. You know what I'm saying, right? So if we could do a number there, all it is, if we're gonna lose, be smart about it, yeah. And I don't want us to lose. You get me? But then it'd be a great test for when we're playing PSG because PSG going forward hasn't got the quality of what Real Madrid has, but they do have a better team. Yeah, the way they play, and I think the way we play is a hell of a lot better than PSG structurally. Technically, we like most teams they play back to front. We literally play from defense to attack. We go through the motions, let every player feel and have a touch of the ball. Most of the times it's slow as hell, but boy, is it effective when it needs to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if that wasn't the case, even without a striker, we're still second place. Forget what everyone else is in the league. Because we could say, oh yeah, but this is the shittest leagues this season, this and that, yeah. All the teams are saying that, yeah, are fucking below us. May that make sense? Because when you're in that position where we are or where Liverpool are, I don't hear you motherfuckers talking. So stop talking like you're fucking anus, you pussy holes. You get me? It is what it is. It is what it is. Because all those seasons, when other teams were winning the league, right, or other teams just missing out of the league, the league wasn't shit. You know what I'm saying? But now the league is shit because your team is shit. You get me? But it is what it is. We're talking about Arsenal. We're talking about Arsenal. I'll keep it straight there, right? I do believe we can beat PSG. If we get through Wednesday, the players are going to be on such a hype. We're going all the way to the final. Yeah.
Yeah. And
go on. Same question to you, TJ. In regards to PSG, how confident would you be getting past them? Bear in mind, the second leg would be in France, and after what they did to Liverpool in particular.
Yeah, we're a different team than Liverpool. That's just the way it is. Now Liverpool are not as, and I know you guys got Virgil. Don't get me wrong. I understand that before you guys come after me. But as a unit, we're better defensively. Period. End of story. You know, I rate Kanate. I rate a lot of the Liverpool D-men. But again, they're a different team than us. They're better than us going forward, and slot ball plays more to that strength. The PSG cannot break us down. Who's the Georgian? I always screw his name up. The Georgian guy. Yeah, Kvaratskhelia.
Yeah, there you go. Kvaratskhelia.
He is their main addition. Him, Doué, Ousmane Dembele are very, very are huge threats. But again, I think just defensively we're sound enough to handle them. I mean, we're handling world-class players now. Again, you could say that Enrique has them humming more than Carlo Ancelotti does. Like, I hear that, but there's just more apt bozo moments to happen. I said this. I think I said this on Tuesday, and I'll say it again. Donnarumma is due for a stinker. He has been playing very well.
Every
But
time
he
I
is
watch him,
due for a
I make a
stinker.
mistake, but I don't watch PSG often.
Yeah,
But yeah, go on.
yeah, but he is due for a stinker. Whereas Emi Martinez will always stand up to us, and he will always put in a shift. So, and I don't want to see Unai Emery in a final. Or in a semifinal, and I don't think it's going to happen. But it's for this reason why I think we will go through, and anything can happen in a final. Do I think it? I think it's going to be Barcelona. I really do. I see a repeat of
All right, let's get this.
2006.
So let's say it is Barcelona final. Is it a repeat of 2006, or do you not get the dub?
We better get
I
the
want to
fucking
ask this.
dub, otherwise
Since you
we're
mentioned it,
not
I
even
have
on
to
the
ask.
It's
fucking tune again, bro.
in Munich. Yeah, man. I mean, I can't believe I'm gonna say this, bro. Like the stars will align if
The
we
stars will align.
if we get into the final. If we get into the
Against
champs
Barcelona.
final against Barcelona, I think we can do it. I think we can do it.
Fair enough. Cam, what are you saying if it is indeed PSG you play in the semi-final? Confident, not confident? Talk to us.
Do you know what it is, yeah? I'd be more confident, which is a funny thing to say, yeah, because I feel like they're a better team out. If you're talking about all three, like Real Madrid, Villa and PSG, I think they're the better team out of all three of them right now. But I feel like us playing them, it would be easier for us to beat them than what it would be for Villa and what it is, say, for Real Madrid. Even though we just made it look fucking piss easy to beat Real Madrid now. But before that, no one had us beating us. Well, no one had us beating Real Madrid 3-0. Do you know what I mean? So on that basis, obviously, I'd rather play PSG. And I think if we do play PSG, we should win, to be honest with you. I know, obviously, they got Doué and that, but I believe,
would you be confident of the win against PSG? Would you be confident?
I'll be more confident. I'll be more confident in PSG beating PSG than what I am for Wednesday. Put it that way.
Okay.
I think let me amend this a little bit. We would need to take a lead to Paris. We would have to.
Oh yeah.
We would have to. Like
we'd have to take a lead to Paris because I don't see us going to Paris and scoring more than one, maybe two if we're lucky.
Okay, so is that any lead or like a 2-goal lead or a 3-goal lead?
I mean, two would be fantastic, but I mean, I would settle for one. Shit, I was in the same boat as Don C was. I was saying we were going to draw at the Emirates and then lose at the Bernabeu 2-0. Yeah. Like that was what I was saying. But these guys are proving that maybe we're not as bad in Europe as we thought. I mean, this season we've been awful in the league and we've been fantastic in Europe. Fantastic.
It's the low blocks that we find hard to break down because the teams that we've drawn against. Because how many draws is it now? 8 draws. 8 draws
in the league. It's 12.
12. Shit. And if you bring
invincible settings,
I clocked that today, and I said that on my match reaction today. I said we would have to win every other match to win the league, and we are not the Invincibles. We are the farthest thing from.
Yeah, and the thing is, if you look at a lot of those teams that we drew against. Bar the Liverpool one, all of the other teams played a low block. All of those teams played a low block.
Well, this is the thing. I feel like if we got Villa in the semis, I just feel like the whole. I feel like the moment would get to us because of Unai Emery, Martinez. I just feel like it will get to us for some reason.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that.
Like I'll be more. That's what I'm saying. I'm more confident in PSG because PSG we have no. It's literally a neutral thing. Do you know what I mean? The only thing is that we beat them earlier on in the season 2-0 when they weren't really playing at their best. Do you know what I mean? So that's literally the only thing. But barring that, it's pretty much neutral. Whereas if I feel like if we end up getting Villa, if they end up pulling out a miracle out there of us, and we end up getting Villa in the semis, I just feel like the moment will get to us because of Unai Emery and Martinez. I just feel like it will get in our heads. And we'll just bottle it to Villa.
Yeah.
So you think you'd beat? So you think you get past PSG, come, but you think you go out to Villa? So let's say
I
it's looking
actually,
like.
yeah, I actually do think that. I think if we had PSG in the semis, we'd beat them. But if it was a Villa thing, I'd actually feel like the moment it would get to us, the pressure would get to us for it being a semi-final in the first place, and then it being Villa, and Unai Emery and Martinez, you already know is going to be talking the most on the pitch. Yeah, he's going to be talking, taunting. He's going to be doing everything to get in our heads. Yeah. And then you're going to have Unai Emery on the sidelines trying to prove his point. It's the moment will get to us. 100% the moment will get to us. It will get to Arteta and it will get to us.
Because it's looking highly likely it's going to be PSG, obviously.
But yeah, no, I'd rather PSG, bro.
So
and that's
TJ
not me underestimating PSG. Like, at the end of the day, if we get to the semis and they knock us out, it is what it is. If we get knocked out in the semis, as long as we go out on our sword and fucking, with dignity and shit, then it'll be upsetting. But it is what it is, bro. Like, but I'll be more, like I'm saying, I'm more confident in PSG than I am Villa.
So let's say you get to the final and it is Barcelona. Come. I'm not gonna bring this up, but TJ mentioned it. So let's go to Barcelona in the final. Do you beat them?
I think Barca get to the final, but I've got a little sneaky suspicion Inter might
okay, so both. You know what? We'll go. So if you play Barcelona and Inter Milan, both two questions.
We bet it's not even. Do you know what? Yeah, it's not what I hope. It's what I'm gonna tell you, bro. We bet. I don't give a fuck who it is. Yeah, we get to our second final. We better fucking win. I don't care if Messi. Listen, I don't care if Messi, Xavi, and Iniesta come out of fucking retirement again, bro. For Barcelona, fam, we better fucking win, bro. There's no questions about it, bro. I'm not. Honestly, I'll be truly honest. Yeah, if we end up getting to this final and we lose, that is the day. I promise you now, I will stop being an Arsenal. I'm not doing football no more, bro. You won't see me on no stream. Bruv, I'm not buying no shirt. Bruv, you won't even hear me talk about that team no more, bruv. Because I'm not doing it no more, bruv. It will just be in my mind, Arsenal are not meant to be for Europe. And if I can't support a team who has at least one fucking trophy in the Champions League, and we're trying to claim that we're a big team where we've bottled 3 fucking leagues in a row, I'm not doing it, bro. I'm not fucking doing it no more. Like, I'm just done with it, bro. I've been on my Arsenal shirts. I swear down, bro. I'll just be done with football. It's not me changing no team. I won't change no team.
Now you should keep them,
I'll just be done with football, bro. Honestly, do you know what I'll do? Honestly, I'll actually turn into a rugby fan.
All day, all stream long, but that's too far. Sorry, go on, you fucking crooks, yo.
Honestly, I'll change sport, bro. I'll actually turn into a rugby fan, bro. Like, I would actually support the Saracens, fam. I'll support my team, bro. Bro, I've had this lined up for years, I've had this lined up for years, bro. I said the only thing that will push me away from Arsenal now is if they get to another Champions League final and lose. That's it. If they get to another, I don't care who the team is, fam. I don't care how lucky or how deserving we are to get to that final. If we fucking get to a final and we lose another final, I'm done.
This is all bullshit aside. I
can't take. Do you know what it is? Yeah. All jokes aside, I remember that Champions League final night, bro. I've never experienced fucking heartbreak. Like do you know what? I used to laugh when I saw the kids on Premier League. Do you remember Premier League Day? You know when they do the Premier League.
You're talking
Premier League. Do you remember Premier League when they go through a season? Yes, and you used to see the kids crying at relegation. And I used to laugh at them, bro. Yeah, that day, I stopped laughing. That's the day I would never cry at a kid or anything else. Because, bruv, the heartbreak I experienced, I went through every emotion. I've never, bruv, I don't know, I can't even, I just put it this way, I didn't go to school the next day, innit? Like, my mum felt so bad for me. She said, you know what? Have tomorrow off school, innit? And she's a Spurs fan, so I don't know if she's being patronising or not, but I was, do you know what I mean? It's mumsy, so I just thought she's being loving, innit?
She's showing compassion, man. That's what that is. Showing compassion. I hear that. Don't see same thing.
So that's what I'm saying. So yeah, if we get to another final and we lose, I'm pretty much.
So let's say it's Barcelona or Inter Milan, or if there's another team, don't see you think is going to make the final on the other side. Let's say Arsenal make it. Do you beat Barcelona in the final, in your opinion?
First and foremost, if Arsenal win the league, the Champions League, Arteta needs to leave.
Damn.
Go out on a high. let's not go through this next 5 years. My heart can't take it, and I have no more hair to lose. Yeah.
Hey, you got the beard, bro.
No, bro, I need to keep this, bro. You know what I'm saying? The wife loves it.
Hey, the beard will start dropping off soon. You'll be like, yo, what the fuck's going on, bro? I thought beards just grew, bro.
That's it. I fucking alopecia with my beard. If do you know what? Yeah, I don't give a fuck who we get in the final. I'm like, Cam, whoever we get, we better than we'll beat. It's as simple as that. Yeah, because this is not over 2 games. This is not in my home or your home. We're in neutral territory. This is parlay right now. You know what I'm saying? We're in purgatory right now. Yeah. Whoever we like if we get to the final, God's willing, yeah, inshallah, all the rest of it, we better. I don't care if we wipe the floor with them. I don't care if we give a Mourinho special. I don't care if we do a Pep masterclass. I don't give a shit. After 90 minutes plus, all I want, is those ears to be lifted and for me to say flawless. Yo, you better get that stream ready, boy, because you know what time it is.
Win or lose the final. Stream that night, regardless.
Yeah, no, regardless.
You don't win, I'll be here, 100%. I'll be here if you don't win.
Yeah, but then if it's a final on a roll, bro, yeah, Arteta better fucking give a performance of his life. If he wins, fuck off. If you lose, fuck off. That's all I ask. You know what I'm saying? It's how you want to be.
How you want to be remembered.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
If you win, do you know what? Yeah, you're going to be remembered as the guy who you're going to remember what Wenger couldn't do. You know what I'm saying? Leave on a high. Yeah? But just leave.
Yeah, that's right. And you lot as well, if Arsenal do make the final, not only I don't do these things, I will do a watch along for it. I already said it in English because like when Liverpool and City have made the Champions League finals, I haven't done watch alongs for them. But if Arsenal make the final, I'll do the watch along. It's going to be either great or absolute hell, people. So I was okay.
Dude, I hope
you lot go out to Madrid. I just can't see it. I
just had a waking nightmare that I'm sitting on Sarcasm City TV as we're getting beat 3-0 in the Champions League final. Like, and I feel like I have to stay there, otherwise my manhood will get questioned.
Nah, you can leave. Nah. You know what? Champions League. We were so bad that Højlund misplaced the pass and Sheik left in the Leon game.
Oh yeah. Oh, TJ.
Sheik left. He was like, yo, I can't do this anymore. I left. TJ. And I was like, I get it. I understand. Yeah,
TJ, guess what? This pussy old head kicked me off his stream when I was there trying to console him through the match. He was like, I'm not doing this, yeah. He kicks me off, like. I was trying to do the therapy thing. This motherfucker kicked me off. I couldn't.
It was half time and this guy was just chatting. I'm like, all right, in a bit. You made a draw. I was like, all right, I'll see you later. We'll chop it up on these.
But like, you know what it is, I was checking up on your mental health because I understand what Højlund does to it and everything, yeah.
This is such a good segue.
We're family, but you know what, yeah? Get the fuck off my stream. You know what I'm saying? And he just kicked me out of it.
I was polite. I was like, all right, enough's enough. You see, these shows are like Q&As. We can talk United for an hour and a half. You lot can say whatever you want, ask me whatever, get your question me about whatever, get your jokes off, banter. That's all well and good on this show. That's why the show's here and Q&A. You see, watch alongs when I'm locked in. Nah. I'm locked in. It's only because it was you I let you on at halftime. I'm like, all right, let me lock in. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to hear your noise as this nonsense is going on. Like, let me hear it afterwards. Because it's bad enough having to watch it. So for those that don't know, in the Lyon game, Manchester United I think it was not early in the first half, but it was in the first half. And Højlund misplaced the pass right near the right wing where it went out of play. And Prime clipped it up, so the clip's out there. And Sheik just said, I can't do this anymore. He said, I can't do this anymore. This is terrible. I'm gone. I'll see you lot in a bit, because his head was hot. And he said he went outside. Everyone left. Like, Sheik. So that's why, to what you said, TJ, if your team's losing the Champions League final, you leave. I don't hold that against you. Only thing I hold against people is when they end streams when they've started it. If it's a stream on your channel.
Oh, yeah, it's a stream on my channel. I'm watching the whole thing.
Live the shit to the end. When Liverpool packed us up 7-0, I was there. You know what I'm saying? I didn't end the stream. You know what I'm saying? Granted, my stream was moving funny that I was trying to find it, but I was there the whole time. Like, nah. But if you do that, that's fair enough. Everyone left. Like, Eddie left. Sunshine stayed, but Eddie bounced. YG left early, as did Sheik. I get it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I wanted to leave. Like, this shit is terrible.
So can I ask, this is perfect.
Perfect segue.
Is Rasmus Højlund the worst striker you've ever seen play for your club?
Yes. And I've seen some bad strikers. I've
Yeah.
seen some
I'm
bad
dead
strikers.
serious. Like, I'm not even
He's the
taking the
worst.
piss. I'm asking you
No,
seriously.
he is. He's the worst
That's my
striker.
question. Is he the worst striker in the last 10 years?
In regards to being at a big six side, yes, 100%. I can't think of a worse one. When you go lower down in the league, like mid-table relegation, that's a whole different conversation.
Yeah,
But
but
in
then
regards
even
to
the
in the last
relegation
10 years
side,
of the big six,
even
I
the
can't
relegation
remember all the
side,
relegation
like
sides in the past
forward.
10 years, so I can't comment. But definitely this year, he's the worst. I've said this
He's
from
so
early.
bad.
He's the worst striker
so
in the.
bad.
He's the worst striker in the league this season. Comfortable. This is why when it was me and Vader, and I can't remember the guy's name and shout out to Cam. His phone was overheating people. That's why he's gone. But big up Cam.
Big up Cam, yeah.
Yeah. And there was someone who I was having a fan calling show with, and we was literally like, all right, let's rate Højlund versus, and I was even debating it. I was like, okay, where do you rate Højlund? And I literally pulled up the Premier League, started with Southampton, went through all the division to see, and because Vader was trying to gas him up. I'm like, you have him 17th best striker, which I think is kind. But I didn't debate it. But don't tell me that he's good enough when you have him 17th out of 20th. And one of them, because you haven't watched him, like to Pops, you mentioned the Saint striker. Run me the big Nigerian, the 6'7" guy. He like a power forward. Yeah, we're like I'd rather have him.
Yeah.
Højlund's dreadful. Go on,
carry no. And he's not getting the kind of service that Højlund is. Like, Højlund is getting these chances and he is just fucking them up. Yeah. Like, the forward, this is one of the worst forward lines I've ever seen for Manchester United.
It's our worst forward line. It's our worst forward line comfortably.
Yeah.
Without question. That's why when people hype up Bruno, because I believe it was Sai who said Manchester United, I think since January, so pretty much since the turn of the year, haven't won or drawn a game when Bruno's not got a goal or assist. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds great on Bruno when you have two non-goal scorers next to him. Garnacho went 20 plus games without a goal. Højlund went 20 plus games without a goal. We only play with 3 attackers. So if we're only playing with 3 attackers and 2 of them don't score goals and don't get assists, of course Bruno's stats are going to be like that. Because he's the only one who does anything of note. That's when people hype, where would you be without him? Like, what are we talking about here? Like, the team is terrible. This is why I despise so much, is this hyping up and the backing of players when we are 13th, when it's been our worst ever season and will continue to be, when we haven't won back-to-back Premier League games and it's now currently the 13th of April. What are we talking about here? We closer to the bottom of the league than we are at the top of the league. Everything's been horrendous. How many records we've broken. There's probably records, like that list at the end of the season, despite what happens in the Europa League, is going to look disgusting. So someone's going to compile it and put it together on Twitter with all the records we broke the season, depending on where we finish, whether that's 13th, whether that's 14th, 15th, 16th, whatever the case may be. And like, that's what it is. And this manager, foolishness, that lineup again, holy trinity of hell, it was never doing anything. I just mentioned that you have 2 non-goal scorers there. Played it again, experiment, because people are like, oh, why are you not Amorim out? One, I don't trust the people above him to replace him, because as much as I think Amorim's doing foolishness, he has some form of track record of being successful. These lot don't. Who's better, Ineos with Nice or Amorim with Sporting? Because what have they done with Nice? Nothing of note. Nice ain't not even a juggernaut, but not a much better side after they've took over and they've been there. So you actually have previous. And people, again, everyone's quiet about that now because all I heard all summer long was about this football structure that was going to help us. Well, how's that helped? Because we're on course for our worst ever season across the board. And if we don't win the Europa League, which we could, and not because I think we're great, because that competition is wide open. Because them team, Lyon are not a good side. Let me just clarify that. Let me change that. They were horrendous against us. That's what I'll say. That's one of the worst performances against us. We are an awful outfit. If you are a good team, you pack us up. I'm not talking about Arsenal's and Liverpool's where it's a big game and well sitting. I'm talking about when it's not a big game. If you have any form of quality about you, you beat us comfortably. That's why the likes of Brighton, the likes of Bournemouth, the likes of everyone's beat us. Everyone's come to Old Trafford. Crystal Palace, for example. The list goes on. If you have any form of quality and any form of structure, you'll beat us. But they struggled. People can say, all right, Lyon with the better side. Cool. I personally don't think. I think it was just 2 mediocre teams and just shown the competition what it is. And the first goal we scored summed up the game in terms of lack of quality. Horrendous free kick by Bruno. Horrendous goalkeeping by the Lyon goalkeeper because he should have caught it and he punched it. Agate shins the volley. Hear what I just said, people. Horrendous free kick. See, look at TJ's face. Horrendous free. But people just overlooked it because of the Onana stuff. But I remember saying this during the game. After celebrating the equalizer, saying that goal there sums up the game because there's just lack of quality that stinks. Awful free kick by Bruno. I don't know what troops were talking about trying to tell me. It was like, oh, he's involved. The keeper should have caught it.
He's involved.
Yeah. Like, because he was involved. Like, here the thing is, if that's Onana, he's getting crucified for that. If we conceded that goal, because Onana's punched the ball and should have caught so the goalkeeper, so horrendous free kick, terrible goalkeeping, Agate shins the volley, and he wasn't good all game. And then the only piece of quality in the actual whole goal was the Euro header, who actually had a very, very good game. Summed up the game. There was a point in the game where I said, hey, give the ball to Cherki just to see a step over or something. Because the lack of quality was absolutely astounding. Like, I was astonished. I was shocked by the lack of quality, and I knew we were bad. So that isn't really the shock. I understand what Manchester United are and that front three, but I was told Lyon are this and that. I expected them as a league side to, pace and power. The crowd was going to be up for it. The game's going to be played at electric pace. It was pedestrian. It was very, very Sociedad-esque, which again surprised me, which is why when people start telling me about other teams in the Europa League, I ain't paying no attention to chats and social media because you lot told me about Sociedad and lied. You lot told me about this Lyon side and lied because Lyon are one of the worst teams. That's one of the worst performances against us. Southampton were better in the game. We beat them 3-1. That's how bad, and we all know how bad Southampton are. And Southampton, in my opinion, were better in that game against us at OT. But because we won 3-1, results-based analysis, people are like, we weren't good in that. Southampton were actually good in that game against us. But yeah, Lyon, who are 5th in League One. You did say it, Kaneki, you called it. And if we had anything about us, we win the game. But, the bozo goalkeeper. And yeah, it's crazy. And I mentioned the Europa League because it's wide open. I've Bilbao, who I actually rate when I've watched, failed to beat Rangers, who had 10 men they had the man sent off in the 13th minute. And they failed to beat Rangers in Scotland. And Rangers are not we packed up Rangers. When we played, even though it was only 2-1, we battered them chance after chance. And we don't batter anybody. That goes to show. As people waxing lyrical about Frankfurt, they drew with Spurs. How bad are Spurs this season? Ipswich, their only win away from home. Southampton, who was it? Ipswich and who's the other team? Was it Wolves? No, who's the other team?
Leicester.
Leicester, that was it. They went there and won. But Frankfurt couldn't go there and pack up Spurs. We know how bad Spurs are. What are we doing? Lazio lost to Bodo Glint. 2-0.
I forgot about that. I forgot about
Lazio lost to Bodo Glint.
Fucking hell.
This competition is wide
dude,
open.
it's whack. That is a whack count. Dude, I just clocked how bad that is.
Blow it up. If us and Spurs make the final, blow that. Yo, you need
no,
to
No. Let's not hope. Spurs don't win nothing. Let's not even.
No, I'm not saying they. No. I'm not talking about who win it. I'm saying if they make the final.
Yeah.
Because the crazy part is if Spurs get through Frankfurt, you know who they'll play next? Bodo Glint. They'll probably beat them.
Dude.
How's your semi-finals potentially Manchester United, Rangers, Bodo Glint, and Spurs? That's the potential for. And people want that. What are we do? And we played Bodo Glint. We packed them up too. They're awful. And if this manager had anything about him in regards to just making correct decisions, you win this competition. Because I was concerned. I said this Lazio I looked at, Bilbao I looked at, and then I seen the Lazio result. I couldn't believe it, 2-0. And I heard that they were thoroughly, like Steve was honest, they were thoroughly deserving of it. It's not like it was a smash and grab. They were the better side.
You could argue, and I'm looking this up because I don't pay attention to the conference league. To the conference league.
Conference league, yeah. I knew you was gonna mention it.
Dude, we've been working together for way too long. You knew where I was going.
Yeah.
You got Real Betis, Fiorentina, Chelsea, and Rapid Vienna looking like they're gonna go through. Those teams are of higher quality this season than any of the Europa League teams.
their potential semi-final lineup is better than the Europa League.
Yes,
Yeah,
correct.
Yes.
Facts.
Listen, people, Manchester United, Tottenham Hotspur, Bodo Glint, and Rangers could potentially be semi-finalists. Will it happen? But that is horrific. That is horrific. What are we doing? And I'm talking about that as a Manchester. People don't get misunderstood. I am not excluding Manchester United from that. I'm including us in that.
That's how we got into this conversation. That's how we got into this conversation.
Because people might hear me talk and go, "Oh, you're talking like United." No, we are not good. And the fact that if you go life or death with us, or we give you a competitive game, you're a terrible team. I'm sorry. Or you're a terrible team, or you play terribly. If Leon had anything about them, because people are like, "Oh, Leon had a couple chances," but it's like, so did we. We basically when you play Garnacho and Højlund, they don't give you goals, they don't give you assists, they don't give you no technical ability to retain the ball or anything like that. They're not pacing power and behind. We played them with 9 men. Let's be honest. We played them with 9 men.
Do you know the funny thing is? You see, the Champions League, if you just look at last week's game, just in isolation, you can see the gap between the Champions League, Europa, and the conference is massive.
And that's what astonished me so much, Dunsey. Sorry to cut you off, because I had watched the 2 Champions League games prior. Despite it being Arsenal, I could see the quality of Arsenal. You know the talent Real Madrid have. Villa, PSG. Look at the 2 goals they scored, the Desiree Doué goal, the Kvaratskhelia. And then you go from that to us and Leon. It wasn't a player I take. As bad as we are, there isn't a player I take from them off of that. Now, maybe they come here and they turn up and they're better and they knock us out. It's still like, but sorry, go on, carry on.
Yeah, no, that's what I was going to say. It's like, because when I watch the matches, you can see a massive difference just in quality, just in football quality. The teams that's going to go out here, like, you lot look scared, they look scared. But I get it, because you got Onana and go in it, and he. Do you know what? Yeah, you see when you might were talking about Onana, because I just remember him from his previous club and the way people hyped him up. Do you know the social media hype and all that bullshit?
Yeah,
because we got the final. Regardless, when I watch him, and then I saw the mistake that he made on Thursday, and previously in the season, I don't know how and why he's still in the team.
Because the manager an idiot. That's why. Manager making idiotic decisions.
I don't get it. And the fact that
managers come here and turn stupid,
Flawless, yeah?
Well, go on.
I'm running up my mat to you, every single week in, week out. The moment I see you, you knock me out flat. Yeah. That's what happened in the game. This is what I'm saying. He went up his mat to match it, yeah? Oh, yeah, we're knocking out at Man United, yeah, I won a cup, yeah? Do you know what that reminded me of? That reminded me of Arteta saying 2 dinner plates is a fucking trophy. That's what that reminded me of.
Facts. And we all knew he was going to make, and that's what annoyed me so most. Sorry, before we close. You lot, make sure you subscribe to TJ Warren TV. The link's in the title. Subscribe to TJ's channel. If you're watching live right now or watching this back, click the link in the title. Click the link right now. It opens up a new tab. Go subscribe over there. Find all his socials through there. TJ, let them know what you got coming up tomorrow, or over the rest of the weekend, next week, etc., etc.
Yeah, American Waffle on Tuesday, 1 a.m. people. That's going to be a crazy show. I can already tell. We took 1 week off when we were at each other's throats. Pause. Like it was brutal, dude. It was absolutely brutal. Nobody could get a word in edgewise. So tune in for that. I have a little op coming up. I have a little operation coming up. So I don't know what streaming schedule is going to be looking like for the next week after that. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Don't worry.
The recovery is might keep me out of it for a little bit, but it's all good. No worries about it. But yeah, just want to let you guys know. So I may have Connor and Dow running a few things on the channel, but we will be back in 2 weeks with the 100th episode of American Idiots, which Flawless, you are obviously invited to. So yeah, it'll be crazy.
I'll be there, man. I'll be there. You already know.
So, but thanks for having me as usual. Big up Don C, big up the chat, run up the likes, big up Flawless, even though you're a criminal. See ya.
Blessings,
100%.
TJ,
Later.
Every single time. Big up. Shout out to TJ every single time as well. Before we do indeed close out, I know Warrior J asked a couple questions as well. Flawless, I know you said the league is over, but thoughts on Amorim rotating against Newcastle. What does it mean at this point? Because you've asked because people say, oh, we don't have a strong 11. If someone could tell me as a Manchester United fan what our strong 11 is, to say we're like Arsenal rested today. Like Saka didn't play. You know what I'm saying? Like certain players not playing in their team makes sense because they're going to play against Real Madrid. That's their stronger lineup. That's the beauty. We don't have what's our strong. We've not won back-to-back games. There's no strong lineup. We have a couple players of quality who are consistent. You have a Maserati, for example. You have a De Ligt. You know what I'm saying? Casemiro's come into his own as of late. There's a couple, but in regards to him rotating, if he rotates, them players on the bench will probably perform better than these jokers against Leon because he's going to pick the same side. Same shit that didn't work in attack, he's going to run it out against Leon. And then it's not going to work. And then he's going to put on Xerxes and he's going to put on Mano or Mason Mount. And then we're going to look more threatening. Because as soon as those players got on the pitch, all of a sudden we look more threatening. Just because there's some technical level. Even Mount, who I don't rate, technically can control the ball. He's technically better than Garnacho and Højlund. So when the ball goes to him, one thing he can do is control it and just pass it to someone in the same colored shirt as him, which sounds very, very basic. And it is very, very basic. But Højlund and Garnacho can't do it. And Bruno does it when he wants. You never know what you're going to get with him in regards to passing it. Sometimes it's hot potato like a grenade. So in regards to him rotating, it's like, why? And him is considering dropping Onana from the game against Newcastle. Why are you dropping him for a game that don't mean anything? Not really drop. This is more rested. Like, what are we talking about here? There should be no resting. He should be dropped, and players should be held accountable for poor performances. And that's what I rated about the manager initially, and then that's what he's just stopped doing. Keep referencing the Manchester derby constantly. Whether we won or lost that game, he dropped two players. He dropped Rashford and Garnacho. Rashford we never seen again. Garnacho didn't start the next 4 or 5 games. I thought he was going to continue in that vein with everybody else. So you perform poorly, you're out. So whether that's Rashford, whether that's Garnacho, whether that's Bruno, whether that's Maserati, De Ligt, Onana, pick a name. I thought, well, no, he's playing favorites. And then you're playing favorites with players who are not even delivering for you. Make that make sense. Idiotic. And you wonder why you are getting the results you're getting. You wonder why we struggle. You put out a team and I see you stressed on the sideline. This is your fault. You know what these lot are like. You've been here long enough now. It's April. You've been here since November. You've had more than enough time to assess everybody and realize people's strengths and weaknesses. Or in Manchester United's case, weaknesses and weaknesses with most of these players. So it's like, what do Højlund and Garnacho do? I'd love someone to ask him. What do they do that you continuously pick them? What is it you see in game? Don't tell me about training. What do they do in game where you go, yeah, I'm going to continue to no. Go both went 20 plus games without a goal. But that's on him. So I don't like the Onana thing because Bayern there should be playing. I preferred 11. Not really, because I don't really like, there's not 11 of these lot I like, to be honest. It's just more so players I don't want to see. So like no Højlund, no Garnacho. Don't play Agate next to Casemiro. Put Casemiro on Collier there. Can't really play Mano from the start. The fact that Xerxes not starting is criminal. That is criminal. The back three is the only place I don't really mind. Don't want to see Maguire, but then I don't want to see Lindelof. And De Ligt's injured. Definitely don't want to see Onana in goal, but we move. Manager on foolishness, man. That's what it is. He on foolishness. Yeah, idiotic, man. That's all I'm going to say about that, man. Absolutely. Yeah, Warrior J. Collier is injured, but even when he's been back and around, he hasn't even played him like that. But, like I said, man, manager on dumbness. He really, really is. Well, yeah, final thought on your game coming up against Madrid, man. Talk to us, Dunsey, before we close out.
Do you know what? Yeah, I just can't wait just to get over done with. Simply because it's like I said, not many people had us even being in this position. And the way I think people are more thinking about the way they dismantled City, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not seeing it as the way they got lucky against Atletico. That because even I saw that and I had to just take it back a few weeks, right? Because I remember when they dismantled City, that was around the time that we dismantled City as well. Yeah. But then let's say, because remember, I was always talking about stylistically, playing against Atletico would have been a harder job because we play very similar. Very similar. So it's like, who shoots first? With Madrid, if they play just how they played, leaving so many gaps in the middle, which we can explore. I can't see why we don't beat them. Like Pop said it in the chat before. It's not about us playing well. It's not even about us winning. Keep the deficit down. Keep the goals down. And score 1 or 2 goals and we'll be fine. That's bro, that's how I see it. Yeah? Like, I'm a lot more confident going into the second leg than I was going into the first leg. Because I couldn't see which way we was going to go. You get me? I couldn't see which way Barcelona's going to play. And yeah, did I listen to the hype? Of course I did. Yeah? Right? But when you see it up and close, up and personal, you're seeing the players. You give them the freedom, they're going to show their talent. We didn't give them their freedom. You know what I'm saying? We literally set the benchmark. And as long as we don't drop from what we did, obviously it's a different game because playing at home, you got your home fans. Like, I could hear the Emirates from where I was, bro. It was wild. You know what I'm saying? The scenes were, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I've been to so many matches there, yeah, and like been to my local around the corner, and I've never heard it that wild, bro. You know what I'm saying? That was honestly, that was next level. You hear me? Going to their ground now, as long as you don't get intimidated, right? And you got to remember, I can't see these players getting intimidated. We go to Newcastle, yeah, which are also loud fans. We've been to so many clubs around the world. These are professional footballers. I don't think that they let the fans get to them. I just don't want them to let the occasion get to them, to know what it means if we beat Real Madrid going into the next round. One step closer towards winning that elusive Champions League, which every single Arsenal fan wanted. So this pussy out here can stop singing that fucking song that pisses me the hell off. You know what I'm saying? That's all we want.
Win the champs, man.
Huh?
I said, win the champs and it gets stopped singing. You get what I'm saying? You gotta win the Champions League. And you'll never hear champions of Europe. You'll never sing that. You'll never sing that. You'll never sing that. Champions of Europe. You'll never sing that. GGMU. You already know.
You piece of shit. Yeah? Fuck you know. And he wonders why I behave how I behave, innit?
Oh, yeah, blame me for your bad behavior, you know.
Yeah,
blame me for your bad behavior.
Bro,
yeah.
You see all of this shit, yeah? When we're on the playback, I'm dealing with 5 or 6 men doing this shit to me. And it's just me there.
Don't blame me. I'd be killing
big up Sheep, but here comes another fucking fraud.
Big up Sheep, man. We had a few things, Champions of Europe. You'll never sing that. You know what I'm saying? Champions of Europe. What was it? Champions of Europe. We know what we are. That was another one. Sorry, Champions of Europe. We know what we are.
I look, yeah. You and your Lily White can fuck off right now. You know what I'm saying? You're your fucking first and second love.
Hey, all I'm gonna say is don't let like if any of you lot like same weekend like we win Europa because it'd be same. I think it's same week. We win Europa and you lose Champions League final. That should be hilarious. Say again.
Do you know what it is? I think yours is on the 30th. Ours is on the 31st.
Something like that. I can actually check this now.
Do that, but no. Say like I said, if Arsenal get to the final, we better win it. But before we even think about doing that, we need to pass Madrid. You know what I'm saying? And it's like the thing was hashtag. Before it was hashtag pray for Madrid or pay to Madrid, yeah, whatever the fuck it is. Now it's hashtag please Madrid. We can't have Arsenal doing this. You know what I'm saying? So fuck all you. You know what I'm saying? And flawless.
It's the Franklin
used to.
It's the Franklin Saint meme, man. It's the Franklin Saint meme from Snowfall when he's talking to his mum when she's in jail. That's what it is. You did this to me.
Yeah.
You did it. You ended my fucking life.
Yeah.
Everything I done for you. Everything I've done for Real Madrid. They ain't gonna talk to me. They ain't gonna talk to me.
Yeah. It's crazy. And it's always the closest one too, yeah. So like I said, bruv, yeah. Like I know all of you, okay, every single one of you be watching, yeah. And I guarantee you.
10 days apart, by the way. Europa League's 21st of May. Champions League's 31st of May.
Okay, yeah. So don't worry. That means you'll be comfortable in watching us if it gets to that. Yeah, and I guarantee you, come Wednesday, if we lose this year, your chat's going to be full in it. You know what I'm saying? When we win this, it's going to be crickets again. It is what it is.
I think either or. Because I think if you lot win, it'll be crickets from some, but like Arsenal fans are going to show out.
Yeah, Arsenal fans will show out.
Arsenal fans are going to show out. So it's going to be packed regardless, whether it's Arsenal fans celebrating.
If you think we're loud fans there, because how can we be so loud when we haven't won the Champions League yet or won the Premier League in how long? If you think this is bad, Jesus help all of you. Yeah. That's all I'm saying, bro. Me, I'll be calm and humble with it, but I can't talk about my fans.
I hear you, Fez.
And the thing is, you lot better not even, yeah. If you lot get to the final, you better make sure Spurs will be there. You
I think
better
we'll
not
win.
lose.
If we get to the final, I think we'll win it. I think us winning it is dependent on Maino and Ahmad. If they're fit, playing and starting, we win the competition. Those two players are fit, playing and start. None of this off the bench and getting 20 minutes here or 30 minutes here. No, they're in the lineups. I think we win it with those two starting. I think those two are the X factors. However, I know this manager's foolish enough to not start a Maino.
Yeah.
I think Ahmad plays, but Maino, I don't know. And I think Maino, you've seen the difference in a short amount of time in the Lyon game, but you never know with this. Amrin, man, you make it tough, man. That's what I'm gonna say, man. You make this shit fucking difficult.
Yeah, but the thing is, you got to remember, you've had a few months of this. I've had fucking almost 5 years of this shit.
Yeah, but you deserve it because you're an Arsenal fan, so it's fully deserved.
Fuck yourself, Ruben. But we deserve it. We deserve nothing but good things. You get me?
Yeah, man, you deserve good things in life. You know what I'm saying? And I love that for you. You're out here succeeding in life. Lovely family. You know what I'm saying? Lovely wife. Lovely job.
We need to bring the Champions League back to England. We need to bring the Champions League back to England.
Man. No, leave it in.
Bro. We're trying to hold it up for clubs. What I'm saying, it's only because of us while there's 5 teams going to the Champions League. So, you should be thanking us.
We couldn't because that means
your job, you would have been in the Champions League next season. And if
we might just be there. We might just be there. So, you know what? Here's what we'll do. You lot lose the final, and then we'll valiantly bring it.
No. Fuck that.
Let's run that then. No, why not, man? Let us bring it back to England.
No, bro, yeah. I don't give a shit if you don't bring the Europa League back to England. You know what I'm saying? Mali, whatever. Yeah. Let us bring the Champions League. You lot's done it before. It's boring for you lot. We've only done it 3 times. Let us be excited for once.
I won 4. We've only done it 3 times. Yeah, I won 4, man.
So, bro, it doesn't mean nothing. All we have is a cup, Winners' Cup. Yeah.
Where to Trent, it means more.
I don't give a fuck about Trent. He's off to Madrid. We need to show Madrid while going. You get me? Yeah. So fuck Trent. You get me? Yeah. All Arsenal has is a glory. Okay, what Arsenal has in their cabinet, European wise, it's like if you go snappy snaps and get a mug that's printed, the Cup Winners' Cup. You know what I'm saying? No one gives a fuck about it. It's an extinct. Fuck it. It's like the dodo bird. It doesn't exist anymore. You get me? Let us win the Champions League. You know what? You get me? Yeah. Be happy for us. Don't pray for Madrid. Yeah. Pray that Arsenal will bring the Champions League back to England. We won't share it with you, but do you know what you could do? You can enjoy it in our essence. That's what you could do, bro.
Yeah, you're a joke, man. Score before we move on, you lot make sure you run up the likes here. Girls up to 50 likes, man. Because we're 8 short of 50 likes. Girls up to 50 likes. Big up Dunsey, big up TJ. Of course, shout out Tony. Make sure you subscribe to TJ Warren TV, people. The link is in the title. Click the link. Opens up a new tab. Make sure you subscribe to TJ Warren TV as well. Dunsey, let's get your scoreline prediction actually before we close out.
Oh, fucking hell, that's a really hard one.
Scoreline prediction.
TKL, fuck you, yeah.
Same to the chat, actually. Chat, you lot get your predictions in 2. I think 2-1 Madrid. However, I think if Madrid score inside the first 15 minutes, they go through.
Do you know the funny thing is?
What are you telling me? Pops, I want to know your opinion as well. Go on. Go on, Dom. Go on.
Do you know what, yeah? I'm going to go 2-0 Arsenal.
Okay.
I want to go 2-0 Arsenal. Fuck it. Why not? Yeah? What's the worst that's going to happen?
Hashtag why not, man?
Bro, honestly, because what's going to happen? No one ever saw us even being 3-0 up. Yeah?
Yeah?
Everyone expected us to lose. So, do you know what? I'm going to have some faith in this team. Now that I've had faith, yeah, do not fucking let me down. Yeah? Because you see, if you might let me down, yeah, fuck you know, I'm going to crash out, bro. You know what settings it is. I'm going to lose my voice. It's,
We will be there. Because people, there will be this show, even though it's normally Saturdays and it's regularly Saturdays. Wednesday we will do a show after the game as well, people. And if Arsenal do go through, same for the semi-finals, whether that's PSG or Villa. So you're saying 2-0 Arsenal. I think you saying 2-0 Arsenal. I think 2-1 Madrid. Let's see what you lot are saying. Shine saying 3-1 Madrid. Certified said 4-0 Madrid. I don't see Arsenal conceding 4 goals. TKL said 4-0. Gerari says 1-1. Hey, Pops, what you telling me, man? My like Beijing Pops. I want to know. What you telling me? Because I know you fought, like, in particular, you put thought into what your scoreline prediction is. So let me know. And we are going to be redirecting over to the Yardman Show as well, Premier League podcast people. So don't go anywhere. The content does not stop. But run up the likes here before you do indeed leave. Hey, don't see anything you want to add before we do close out.
Yeah. Pray for our first Champions League win. I mean, our first Champions League. Come on, Arsenal. We can do it. Yeah, and you know, as I usually say, flawless, big up, yeah. People like and subscribe, yeah, and fuck flawless side bitch. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we hate Tottenham out here, and I can't wait for you to hear it.
Good. It's all good. We're redirecting over to the Yardman Show again. Subscribe to TJ Warren TV. Let me say that again. Subscribe to TJ Warren TV. Links in the title. Don't forget as well, this show, audio of the shows you see on the YouTube channel, apart from watch-alongs and the fan calling show, are available on all audio platforms as well, people. So Spotify, iTunes, etc. Anywhere you listen to podcasts is the audio form, because you might not want to use YouTube. Maybe you just prefer listening audio only. Maybe you don't want to see our faces. Whatever the case may be. And over on the playback, make sure you head over there. UFC 314. So UFC 314. Shout out to my bro Sheik. That's 3 a.m. UK time. He's holding down the watch along over on the Sarcasm City TV playback. So get over to www.playback.tv/Sarcasm City TV. That's www.playback.tv/Sarcasm City TV. And the same way you watch and comment on YouTube, it's the exact same on the playback, people. So all the watch-alongs we did today, none of them were here on the YouTube. They were all over on the playback, as you can see there on the screen. Premier League watch-alongs, Champions League watch-alongs, Europa League watch-alongs, La Liga watch-alongs, NBA playoffs is coming up. All of that, plus more, will be all over on the Sarcasm City TV playback, playback.tv/Sarcasm City TV. So yeah, like I said, we're going to redirect over to the Yardman Show, and we'll be going live in a couple of minutes. So I think Kaneki is in the chat. So yeah, Kaneki, I'll drop the link in the group chat, so big up. Love to everyone that's locked in. Literally catch you lot in 5 minutes. But this has been the Manchester United Arsenal podcast. Man Them United pod meets the Gunner Talk from the Arsenal pod live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in.